Hi, water signs. Let me see if I can even that out just a little bit. All right, perfect. There we go. I do like to start the reading off with a little bit of smudge. I have some sage here. Let's get that space cleansed. 3 chimes to bring in positive energy. This is a general reading for the water signs, or a collective reading for the water signs of Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. If you have Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective of the water signs. You know, this is your season. This is the season of the glow up for the water signs. Your emotions have been running hot and cold all year. And now that we're getting into the fall, things are really starting to balance out. Your feelings and emotions are really starting to serve you well. And that is just causing a major glow up. People are attracted to you. They're attracted to your stability, your no nonsense way of approaching things. Yes, you do wear your heart on your sleeve, so to speak, but you're not letting that cloud your judgment. You're weighing both your feelings, your emotions, and the facts. Making very sound decisions, and people are really looking to you to help guide them on their path as well. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the water signs. What would you like the water signs to know or to be aware of during or for this reading? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the water signs. One more card, please. Ooh, and there you are. Keeping your feelings, keeping your emotions in check. Let's just make sure we get these lined up really nicely here for you. And the basis, the foundation of your reading is the Three of Wands, getting ready to move into the future. And there you are, weighing all of your options, weighing the pros, weighing the cons before making a step, before making that big decision. You know, 3 in the tarot represents time, creativity, mystery, your intuition, and the Holy Trinity. And the wands in the tarot represents the fire signs, but it also represents your powerful inner being, that voice that comes from within, your divine spark, what it is that motivates you, what it is that encourages you to face each day. It's our soul, that spark of life. And here I see you looking at that and weighing that. And I love that that is bringing in a victory. And this is the victory where you win the crowd. Just like I was saying at the beginning of the reason or the reading about your glow up, people are looking to you for guidance. They might not be speaking that, but they're watching your actions, and your actions are helping them determine what path they would like to take for their lives as well. And let's see how this plays into the rest of your reading this evening. And in your work life, and this will be your business, career, education, work, money, and finance, we start off with the Five of Cups. This is your turning point. This is a pivotal point in your professional life, in your public life, one where you're looking back at the past only to leave it behind. You're seeing that the past is no longer serving you. The best way to move forward is to pivot, is to turn and see the blessings that are here in your present. And that is followed by the Lover's card. And the Lover's card also represents the zodiac sign of Gemini. You may have a little Gemini in your birth chart, but it more than likely means that you are dealing with a Gemini in your public life. And how we recognize Geminis is there's a dual personality to them. They're very compartmentalized. It's like they have their public persona and they have their private persona. And they're two very different personas, just like the twins. But there is followed by the Ace of Swords, which is the gift of wisdom. And so this card is letting us know that you have all of the knowledge, you have all of the information, and the blessing comes when we use that, when we apply that. That is the wisdom. And so, knowledge without action means absolutely nothing. It's worthless. It's the wisdom, it's the action that really gives it its power. Followed by the Five of Swords. Someone's abrasive actions are not matching up with their actions. And so you have two fives here. And the fives in the tarot represents motion, action, adventure, expansion, travel, unpredictability, and change. It can also represent freedom, finding freedom, breaking away from this abrasive person. Who is this? There, thank you, Spirit. There is someone in your public life, in your professional life, that has the authority to change or create policies. And they are making changes to policies that directly affect the company, the organization as a whole. And it's affecting the company or the organization as a whole negatively. And you understand the long term effects that these policy changes are going to have on the organization, or are going to have on you and the entirety of the staff. You see how long term these policy changes are going to negatively affect the organization. And you're looking at ways to diplomatically bring this to the attention of the higher ups. You see the many flaws in this plan, and you're also feeling very compelled to voice your opinion and voice your concerns. You may be having concerns, or you may be having doubts about bringing these flaws that you see up. But don't worry. Again, you are in a glow up. You are in a wonderful positive energy to where you have the ability, you have the wisdom to deal with the facts and state the facts in a very organized way to where it's going to be easy for those around you to understand. And you're going to be able, because you're able to voice these things in a very uh, organized and straight to the fact way. You are going to be able to negotiate. You are going to be able to negotiate. Yes, but this person, I don't know what it is. Even during difficult times, things can and do work out in our favors. Um, what is that saying that is coming to mind here? That necessity is the mother of all invention. No, that's not what I'm thinking. You know, difficult times create strong leaders. And that's what we're looking at. It's like if it wasn't for the difficult times, we wouldn't be challenged. We wouldn't push ourselves to go above and beyond. And this difficult time is here to push you above and beyond, to catapult you into success. Your skills and your talent during difficult times serve as a guiding light, not only for yourself, but for those around you. Thank you. Hi, Yushana. Thank you for subscribing. You're a Cancer? Yes. 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 Everything is going to be good in court on Wednesday. We were just looking at your public life in your professional life. And I see, again, difficult times are not going to go unnoticed. I don't know exactly what the court case is, but difficult times are not going unnoticed. Um, yes, you have stated your case very effectively. You have stated your case very effectively. You have stuck to the facts. While, anytime we go to court, it can be troubling, it can be emotional, but you have really kept your emotions in check, which is really saying something for you, Cancer, because, Cancer, you are a water sign and you are led and you are guided by your emotions. But you've been able to balance them, you've been able to put them in check, and you have stated the facts very clear and very concisely. And because you have, people are more apt to go with you rather than against you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Water Signs Collective. And in your private life, and this would be your love, home, family, and friends, we start off with the Emperor's card. And the Emperor's card does represent the zodiac sign of Aries. Perhaps you are dealing with an Aries, but maybe you're dealing with someone that is being a little stubborn or a little hard headed. And that is giving you pause to take a step back, to take a break, as is indicated by the Four of Swords. And we can see that they are just relaxing there. They're considering, they're pondering all of their options before taking action. And that is followed by the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is a gift. It is a physical gift. It is something that you can touch. Many times, because it is a pentacle, readers will say that it is a gift of money, but it's something that is physical. And then here we have the Nine of Swords, which is sleepless nights and stress. Many times when I see the Nine of Swords come up in a reading, I will let you know that Spirit speaks to us many times during our sleep hours. And if we are having sleepless nights or if we are having troubling dreams, that is spirit speaking to us. And it's important that at those times or at that times that we're quiet. And so many times I'll say, keep a dream journal and just write down as much of your dream as you possibly can. And then do a quick Google search to kind of see how that's lining up with what is happening in your waking life. If you're having sleepless nights, many times I'll say journal in those sleep hours. So, sometimes what I will like to do is I like to have a cup of lavender or a cup of chamomile tea before bedtime. And then that's when I will journal. And I'll just free write until I'm done. And so I don't try to put an amount of time on it. I just free write, journal until I'm done. And then I put the pen down and then I go to sleep. And then the first thing that I do in the morning is write my dreams down, but then I review what it is that I free wrote before sleeping. And there's many clues, many guidance that comes from from that. And it also, that free writing helps us quiet our minds so that we can sleep. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective of the water signs. There are always times in our lives that we simply need to create joy. And I know, especially now that we're entering into fall, many of our thoughts go to planning get togethers with family and friends. And maybe that's what you're thinking about, or maybe that's what you're struggling with is spending time, which, hey, so this is a collective reading for the Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Yes. But I will have to say, Sukit, if you are here, there is something in this reading for you. And we were just talking about creating joy in your private life. And that maybe instead of planning get togethers and spending time socially, this might be a good time to plan and tailor something that is specifically for you. Give yourself the gift of time. And I know sometimes, especially when people are looking to us for guidance, and we tend to be the emotional anchors of our family, of our community, of our friends, we need to take time out because we need to refresh that. And it looks like you just need to create space, create events, create happenings that are going to bring joy into your life. Maybe plan a nice quiet, solitary getaway or a nice solitary vacation. It's hard to make a decision when someone is not being clear or when someone is not taking part of the discussion. You do like to have as much information as you possibly can before making a decision, especially when that decision involves multiple people. But there's someone that is not partaking in making this decision. They're not being forthcoming with information, and that's causing you pause. But ask as many questions as you need. If you get an answer, fine. If not, fine. You make the best decision that is going to be the best for you. And that is what is going to serve the collective. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. Messages from Spirit. We start with the Hierophant card, which is again another five. And we have all of these fives here. There is change, there is movement. And this change and this movement is that internal change. The Hierophant is about higher knowledge, higher wisdom, but it's not about the book knowledge. It's about the spiritual knowledge. It's about the religion. It's about connecting with Source, that this higher knowledge is coming to you. And that knowledge comes from within. It comes from listening to that voice within, following and trusting our intuition. Followed by the 10 of Cups, which is the happily ever after. And this is emotional fulfillment, emotional happiness. The Page of Pentacles. Again, we have the gift of the pentacle, the gift that is coming in. You are greatly going to receive and deeply appreciate. It's almost like seed. I'm getting seed money. Uh, what you need to start, what you need to begin, what you need to set your foundation on. Followed by the King of Wands, mastering our feelings. You know, there are going to be many opportunities this week for you to shine. Trust your instinct and set your goals high. This week in your private life, you will see at least one red flag. Trust it. When I say one red flag, it's almost like you're going to get a glimpse, and you need to trust that glimpse because you're only going to get that glimpse one time before uh, before it happens, or before you're stuck, or before you're trapped. It's like you see one red flag, and when you see that one red flag, trust your instincts and follow it, because that's going to be the only red flag that you see. It is important that we create time and that we create space where we can free ourselves and withdraw from the outer world and the outer world's concerns. When we do that, it allows for the inner transformation to occur. And it's that inner transformation that really matters in life. That is where we form. That is where we connect with our inner and true selves. Thank you, Spirit. And that is the reading that I have for the collective. Did anyone have any questions that they would like to ask If so, please do write those in the comment section, and I will be happy to answer those questions or draw some cards on those questions. Thank you. Scorpios. Oh, those Scorpios. I think those Scorpios do make the right partner for the right person, especially, Libras. This happy birthday, Libra. We are officially in the Libra season, and this is the Libra season is all about nature bringing balance back into our lives. And so that's one thing that I appreciate about Libras is we don't see things in black or we don't see things in white. We see things in shades of gray. And we really spend a lot of our time trying to bring fairness and balance into the lives of those that are surrounding us. Oh, what does he feel about me? Okay, so let's get one card for and I hope I'm saying this right. It's Su Keffer Kaviter Scavator. I'm so my tongue really just does not cooperate with me. Can I call you Gil? I see Gil there. I got that Gil. And so Libra and Scorpio, thank you. So this is for you, Gil. And so you're wanting to know how your boyfriend feels about you. Okay. Okay. How does Gil's boyfriend feel about them? How does Gil's boyfriend feel about them? One card, please. Oh my gosh. Listen to those bells in the background. I love those bells. They're very deep. Thank you. One card. How does Gil's boyfriend feel about them? Oh, look at here. The Six of Pentacles. Balanced. I think, Gil, the real question here is how do you feel about them? Because although the Six of Pentacles represents balance, and here we see the Libra here. And so let me look here. So the Libra, okay, thank you. I'm a Libra. Okay. And so they look at you as a teacher. They see you as someone that they can learn a lot from. They see you as very generous and very giving and very balanced. And they would like to bring that into their life. Thank you. One card for Rudy. Hey, Rudy, welcome to Remedies Alchemy and Tarot. Is B connected with someone else for Rudy? Is B connected with someone else? Okay, Rudy, could we maybe be a little more clear on that? Because that's kind of a broad question. Yes, they're connected to other people. And so I will be very happy to draw a card, but I'm going to say that, yes, a card's going to come up because they are connected with other people. Yes, that is very positive. Very positive for you, Gil. Very positive for you, Gil. Very positive. And so, Rudy, are we wanting a love connection? Can we be, or is this for um, uh, a relationship, for having a committed relationship? Okay, thank you. I do like to be a little more clear, because when we ask a general question, we'll get a general statement. So if we can clarify that and get it to, is there a third party situation for Rudy and B? Is there a third party situation for Rudy and B? Yes or no? Is there a third party situation for Rudy and B? Yes or no? And two cards came up for you, Rudy, which the Eight of Cups shows someone moving beyond, someone leaving behind something that is no longer serving them. And the Two of Swords, we actually see someone standing in the doorway and thinking and pondering. And as they're thinking and pondering, they have the world in their hand. They're weighing their decisions. And so I would say they are weighing their options, but they are ready to make a decision. And so I think that that's a little vague on whether there's a third party involved or not, but they are considering whether they are going to stay or whether they are going to go. And they are ready to make that decision. Did that make sense to you, Rudy? That they, at this time, they're thinking and pondering and considering of that, but whatever decision they have made, they're ready to take action on that decision. Thank you. One card for Pearl. Hey, Pearl, welcome to Remedies Alchemy and Tarot. One card, can I release their karma and simply just release them with love and compassion? That they still thrive in the world? Yes. Without a card coming up. Look. And the card that came up for you, Pearl, was the Death card. You know, this death is an ending, but it's the beginning. But many times when I see the Death card, I'll say that it's the lack of passion, the lack of color, because we can see that there's no color in the flag, there's no color in the steed, but here are all these people down here that are, they're alive. There's, well, there looks like there's the Pope there, there's a mother and a child, there's a man there, but um, it's the moving forward without that emotion. And when we release someone, and we release someone to their own karma, there is that lack of emotion, there is that lack of passion. You know, it's almost like that, go in peace. You know, whatever that it is that our relationship that we were meant to do, any soul ties, any agreements that we had, they've been met. And now we can both move on. We can all move forward. and not have any emotion about that, not having any feelings, not having any karma attached to that, because that karma cycle has ran its course. Yes. And so I wouldn't be able to say one way or another whether someone is going to thrive in the world. When we release someone in love and we release someone in compassion, it is up to them on whether they are going to succeed, whether they are going to thrive. Just like when we cut ties with other people, it is up to us on what are we going to do. Are we going to thrive or not? That choice lies within each and every one of us. And of course, we only wish and want the best for others because, you know, that is what karma is all about. The energy that we create, the energy that we put out into the universe is the energy that is reflected back to us. And unfortunately, there are some people that get caught in that negative karma cycle where they continually are creating negative energy. But the thing about that negative energy, it only reflects back onto them. Thank you. So I do get very long winded with my answers, but Pearl, I hope that that did answer your question. But again, it's the practice of gratitude. And, sometimes there's nothing wrong with having a cord cutting ceremony or a spiritual tie breaking ceremony. There's many different practices that you can do to release someone lovingly. One of the practices that I like to do is I like to write their name down on a piece of paper and write down all ties are severed, soul contract fulfilled, and I like to burn that. Um, Obviously, I'm not a pyromaniac, but you want to make sure that if you're doing something like that, that you burn safely. If you're feeling comfortable with that, you can even tear that piece of paper up and put it in some salt water. Did anyone else have any questions that they would like to ask before I end this reading? Very good questions. Thank you. Again, welcome to Remedies Alchemy and Tarot. My name is Greta. I am an intuitive reader. And it is my intention that during this reading that you trust and vet your intuition as well. I think that tarot cards are a wonderful way to do that. That's why often when I draw a card for a question, when that card comes up, I'll give a little bit of a synopsis about that card and what's going on with that card. And even if I'm saying something, like about with the death card with Pearl, if it's not aligning with Pearl, she can say, that's probably true about that card, but that's not what I'm feeling. That's not the energy that I'm getting off of that card. And so, again, trust your energy, trust your intuition. I'm so sorry to hear that, Rudy. 41 years is a long time. But I think that many of us, we all get to those points in our relationship where it's enough. um, Usually my key word is I'll say I'm full. I just can't take another bite. This is it. Regardless of what happens moving forward, um, this is it. But it's about trusting your own energy, Rudy, and trusting what your intuition is telling you. 41 years is a long time, but 42 years with the wrong person is even longer. Um, and If a relationship has served its course, it's served its course. And we did, now that I'm thinking of that, we did get that eight, that eight of cups. Is that the card? We got two cards for you, but that eight of cups. And when you seen that eight of cups, what did your intuition tell you, Rudy, when you seen that eight of cups? Was this is just between, or just between you and you, just between you and your intuition. When you seen that eight of cups come up, what was your first thought? And this eight of cups, look, those cups, they're still full, they're still upright, there's still feelings, there's still emotions in the cup. But this person, they have no interest in that. I think that that person is full, and that person is moving on to the mountains, moving into the great unknown, which we could follow that with the Hierophant. That person is moving towards um, a spiritual knowing, a spiritual understanding, that higher knowledge, that higher wisdom that can only come from source, that can only come from spirit. And I will have to say that that is a very spiritual and emotional fulfilling journey that you are about to embark on, Rudy. I'm so very happy for you. I know that it is painful, and but the only way out is through, Rudy. The only way out is through. Did anyone else have any questions that they would like to ask? I just thank you very much for tuning in and watching and being very supportive of me and of my spiritual journey. My spiritual journey, my tarot card career, connecting with spirit and source has been a lifetime in the making. And it really does take some very powerful moves from spirit to get us moving in the right direction. Thank you. And everyone have a blessed evening.